Merry Christmas, you filthy animal. And a Happy New Year.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to another pickup video. It's been like a month. I feel like I say that every time I do a pickup video, but what can I say? I've got quite a bit of stuff to show you, and I'm actually going to be able to separate these out into a purchase pickups and a garbage games. I think I've got enough stuff that I pulled from the garbage to finally make its own dedicated video. So look out for that coming out probably around in the Christmas time, probably in the holidays. Just when I can find time, because obviously finding time to make videos is not easy these days. So I want to start out this video by doing the selection process for the giveaway. I should bring this out here. If you don't know about the giveaway, well, you should probably go back and watch the videos. I announced it in the last video at the end, so you need to stick around. More giveaways could happen at some point, not this video, but you know, later ones. I'm giving away a copy of the Untitled Goose Game for Switch, and you had to leave a comment for that. And I was going to, for extra credit, you could post or share one of my videos on social media just to get an extra name onto the list there. And some people did take advantage of that. And I did say a requirement that you had to be a subscriber. YouTube has changed things, and it's really hard to see who's publicly subscribed to you. And I didn't feel like it was right to cut people out of the giveaway just because they didn't click a settings box somewhere. So I think not enough people knew about this setting later. And I didn't really clarify that you have to be publicly subscribed. So I took that requirement out. So if you left a comment on that video in the last one, you're in the list. You're in for the giveaway this time. So I'm going to cut away to some footage, and we'll do the live drawing thing on the wheel decide right now. So congratulations to Console Kev. You've won a copy of Untitled Goose Game on the Switch, or a digital currency gift card of some sort, if that's what you would prefer. But I think you're a Switch guy, and you should like that game. If anyone doesn't know Console Kev, we've been friends forever on YouTube. He was one of the, like, subscribed to me way back on my old channels. He used to do a lot of YouTube as well, but now he's focused mainly on streaming on Twitch. And he's a great streamer. So I will leave a link for Console Kev's Twitch and his YouTube, where he stores all of his Twitch streams, down in the description below. Please go and check him out and subscribe. He's a great guy. He doesn't need me. He's now bigger than I am, so whatever. That's the way YouTube life goes, right? So anyways, let's get into some pickups. I'm going to get into some media pickups, so like DVDs, VHS, and Blu-rays. I do that at the beginning of the show, so if you want to skip ahead a couple minutes, go ahead. I don't know if I should skip these out into, or separate these out into a different video, but I just put them in here for now because I did pay for them, so whatever. First one up is the one and only VHS. I'm trying to fit into those hipster kids. Mostly I'm trying to take advantage of them and sell them. First thing I got up here is Halloween on VHS. This is the 20, or it doesn't say 20th, but just says anniversary edition. But it is in widescreen, which is cool. In a nice hard plastic shell case. So I picked that up for, I think it was $2 at Value Village. I was trying to use my points to get it, but that didn't quite work out too well. So if you want to hear more about stories and stuff like that, I also have a podcast called the Not So Special Podcast. I'll leave a link for that down in the description as well. My friend Derek and I do a podcast, and it's a lot of fun, and I go into more details about buying stuff with points, Value Village scams, and that kind of thing. Okay, moving on to some DVDs. I picked this up yesterday, actually. And I just watched it tonight. It's one of those DVDs that I've always been curious about seeing. I remember seeing like ads for it around, but just never came around to the fact of, or getting around to the fact of actually watching it. I finally found it at Value Village. I think it was like $3 or $4. Can't remember. It's The Haunted World of El Superbeasto. It's like one of those crazy animated. What should I think? It reminds me a lot of like Drawn Together mixed with Ren and Stimpy, mixed with I don't know, maybe those two. It's very crude. It's very, I don't say violent, but it's cartoon, so it's not really that violent. It's also, I don't think it's very good either. I don't know if I'm gonna keep this or not. It's made by Rob Zombie, so if you're a Rob Zombie fan, you'll probably like it. There's a lot of cameos from his plethora of work that make cameos and appearances in it. So I don't know if you're into that kind of thing. This again, another DVD pickup from Value Village. This is Gojira, which is the Japanese Toho film, the original. Found that for, I think it was $4. It's not that great in condition, but I figured I would pick it up for that. Not something you see very often, and it's going for, I don't know, $15-20 online, so worth it. And then coming up to, this is one of my favorite film franchises, at least the first couple, ever. I remember watching this a bunch when I was younger. It used to be on repeat on VHS back in the day. I'd watch in the basement. When I was done with school, I'd watch this. I'd sneak downstairs after the parents had gone to bed, and I'd watch it, all that kind of thing. A lot of memories of this movie in this series, and that's The Mummy with Brendan Fraser. So this is the collector set, so it has The Mummy 1, 2, and Scorpion King. I rewatched these all last year, I think it was. 1 and 2 are still great. Scorpion King does not hold up, in my opinion, but this is great. I think it's on par to Indiana Jones, in my opinion. It's so much fun. And Brendan Fraser just kicks it out of the park. Like, he just knocks it out of the park so well in these movies. Go and watch The Mummy if you haven't. I remember thinking I was watching a horror movie the first time I watched those movies. They're not horror. They're kind of scary, I guess, a little bit, but it's really not that bad. All right. Moving on to some Blu-Rays. This I picked up just because it's a little bit different. I've never seen this pressing of it, which is why I grabbed it. It's Once Upon a Deadpool, which is a PG, what do they say, PG or PG-13 cut of Deadpool 2. But they do I don't know if you can see on the back of there, basically like Fred Savage, and they do like a Princess Bride parody of the whole thing. So it's got Fred Savage and Deadpool on the back there, on the horse or on the moose. It just looked ridiculous, so I grabbed it because I've, again, never seen this. You can find Deadpool 2 easily, but this pressing, or this edit, or this cut of it, I have not seen very often, if ever. So that was $6 for that thing there, so I grabbed it. Next up, this is one of my favorite bad movies. It's so bad it's good type thing. It's ridiculous, but I like it. And that is Iron Sky on Blu-ray. It's ridiculous. It's basically how, it's not realistic in any way, but it's basically the Nazis go to the moon at the end of World War II. They don't know the war is over or that they lost, and then they reinvade Earth from space. It's like space Nazis, and it's really, really funny and ridiculous, and it makes no sense, but it's really fun. So go and check out Iron Sky. I believe there's 2. They came up with a sequel later on. All right, the next couple here. I could get in trouble for showing these on YouTube probably, but I found a Blu-ray DVD combo pack of Panty and Stocking with Garter Belt complete series. This is an anime series I've never heard of, but the thing with anime Blu-rays is if you see them at Value Village, you at least look them up on eBay, and this one is going for anywhere from, I think there's listings for like $150. I don't think any have sold for that. The highest I think I've sold is about 30 or 40. But still something I figured I would check out, and that was also $5.99. So I grabbed that. Not sure I'm going to watch it. I don't think it's like pornographic in any way. But I'm, again, not really into anime in general. Today I swung by Value Village again, and I found another 3D Blu-ray. Of course, you guys know I love 3D Blu-rays. Anytime I see one that I don't have and it's cheap, I pick it up. And today that was Immortals on 3D, starring a very young Geralt of Rivera, something like that, or Superman, I guess you could say. So pick that up, and it was $4 for that. This is the nice Value Village that doesn't individually price everything, but if it's like Blu-ray DVD, doesn't matter, it's $4. So pick that up, which is sweet. And then I also took a bunch of garbage DVDs and Blu-rays that I found over the past year or two. Every time I've done this, I've taken in like 2 or 3 boxes of stuff, like hundreds and hundreds of stuff, or items, and the past 2 or 3 times I've done it, they've taken a couple things out, and then they basically call you and say, yeah, come get your stuff, and here's $9 credit, which is exactly what happened to me last time I did this. So I didn't have any high hopes, but they ended up taking, like, I want to say 80% of everything I dropped off, which is great. I got over $200 in credit. While I was there, I used my $9 credit from like 2 or 3 years ago, and I picked up a 3D Blu-ray of The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Can find Amazing Spider-Man 1 3D all the time. I find it all the time. But the second one, I do not see ever. So I saw it there for it's $12.99. So I had to spend a little like $3 to get that. So I think it was worth it. I'm not counting my trading credit because that was all garbage stuff anyway. So yeah, DVDs and stuff. That's it. If you've just got here, welcome back to the games section. We'll be hopping into games here right now. All right, well, not quite games, but gaming related. You get the idea. I found a Nintendo Power. These pop up on Value Village racks once in a while. I think there's $2 for these, or $1 or something like that. I think they was this was $1 because I think the cashier that I went to marked them down as children's book or whatever. So it's like $1.10 or $1.15 or something like that. So pick that up. It's a nice Banjo-Kazooie one. So that is sweet to be adding that to my Nintendo Power collection, which I'll never finish at this point. And then this I saw in the guides section. No, I didn't. This was in the magazine rack too. This is the Zelda Oracle of Seasons and Oracle of Ages guidebook from Brady Games. So it's not the official Nintendo one, but it's still pretty cool, and it still goes for quite a bit of money. I'm gonna keep this because I actually have both of these games that I plan on playing at some point, but you know, time and stuff. And this is the same thing. They marked it as a children's book, so I got it for like $1.30 something, $1.36, something like that, which is a smoking deal. All right. What on to next? All right. My podcast co-host and I went to the Niagara Video Game Swap, where we were selling a bunch of stuff. And along with selling stuff, you usually end up having to take trades once in a while if you're into that kind of thing. A couple of people came to my table where I was selling stuff, and they wanted some things, and they asked if I could do trades. I said I would, but it really depends on what it is. It's gotta be something I'm interested in and or can flip. This was something I was kind of interested in. It was a younger guy anyway, so I kind of felt for him a little bit. So he wanted to get a PS2 memory card, I think it was, and he traded me for this Lego City Undercover for the 3DS. It's not worth that much, but it's also kind of interesting anyway. Lego games in 3D are cool. It's the Nintendo Selects version. I don't really care that much. I think by me saying I don't care that much kind of makes me look like I care, but it's whatever. I'll throw it on the shelf, and then maybe one day my kids will play with that, or I might even. I don't know. It looks interesting. And then this is where stuff gets interesting. I had a younger girl and her boyfriend come to the table, and they wanted to buy my copy of Firewatch for the PS4, my limited run copy. I played through Firewatch. I think it was okay. It's not a great game in my opinion, so I just put it on the table. And that game was going for way more money than I can justify keeping it for. So it was apparently one of her most favorite games of all time. So she brought some stuff to trade to try to bring the price down, which we did. And she traded me a copy of, bring it out of the box here, a copy of Doom 64 from Limited Run, which I think was a pretty fitting trade. Like trading limited run stuff for limited run stuff. So, doesn't happen that often. But yeah, it was cool. I don't have this at all. This is one of the limited run releases that I skipped. But I have it now. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it or I might just sell it for the difference that I missed out on from selling Firewatch. Well, I don't know. What would you guys do? Would you keep it or you sell it? I guess it would depend if I'm a huge fan of the game, but I haven't played it. All right. Leave that over there. And then my table partner, Derek, he got this. He was he tried to sell it, and he said, if I don't sell it, I'll give it to you for a bro price, which he did. So thank you very much, Derek, if you're watching. It will stay in my collection. I will play it. And it is Job Simulator for VR. I love VR games. This is one of those ones that kind of just slips out of reach every time. I see it pop up locally once in a while for like, $5, $10, $15, and it's always just snapped up before I can get it. So thank you very much, Derek, for letting me have that for a deep discount. All right, coming up, I picked up a couple games from Best Buy. That's what it was, Best Buy. I heard there was some discounts happening, so I quickly went to grab what I could. Didn't quite work out the way I wanted it to. The one Best Buy that I went to for the one game that I wanted, they didn't have it on the system that I wanted it. So I ended up having to go somewhere else. But at the checkout, they have a manager's clearance section. It was in a bin. Any game in that bin was $5. So I went, I'll say nuts, but I just looked through everything. It was a lot of the same stuff. But 3 games that I did grab. One is Deus Ex Mankind Divided for PS4. You can see they're on there. Selected games, $5. Stuff's torn. It's not in great shape. This is probably why it was in there. I got the first Deus Ex game. No, this is the second, obviously. And I do plan on playing these at some point. I liked the original Deus Ex when I played it. I never finished it. But these ones seem a little bit more accessible. So I'll be playing through that. And then this I picked up purely to flip. This was also in the $5 bin. Call of Duty Black Ops 4 for the PC. I know I don't normally show PC games here, but it's brand new sealed. $5. I should get about $30 on eBay for this, so it pays for everything that I bought that day. Once I sell it, of course. But when they scanned this, it scanned up for like $60, and I was like, "Isn't this supposed to be $5?" I pulled it out of that bin, and the cashier saw me pull it out of the bin, so it wasn't like I was trying to pull one on him. He was like, "Oh yeah," and he just went through and changed the price. So $5 for that. And then they had, this is the one I wanted, but not for this system, obviously. It was Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order for PC, also $5. I wanted this on PS4, and I couldn't, obviously didn't have it. I even went to customer service and said, can you check, your inventory, and they said no, they don't have any. But they didn't obviously know about it sitting in the clearance bin. They said they had 0 in stock for anything, but clearly this is in the clearance bin like 5 feet away. So I grabbed it. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it or sell it or give it away. We shall see. So that being said, I went to another Best Buy, and I actually had to price match this because the source was clearancing these out for $10. So I went to Best Buy. That was the reason I went to Best Buy in the first place, was to try to price match this. They didn't have it. So then I went to a different one and then price matched again, and I actually got the one I wanted, which is Jedi Fallen Order for PS4 for $10, which was a sweet deal. Had to go through a bit of a rigmarole to get it, but I got it. They're so picky now with price matching. They have to know everything that you're doing at all time, or they have to know. You basically have to pull it up on your phone. You have to show, okay, I'm clicking this link now. Okay, I'm checking my location now. They want to really make sure that you're not like trying to pull one over on them. They're really concerned about it. So whatever, I understand you got to protect yourself, but it's just a little bit annoying. All right, next up, I hope you guys are in for a long video. This video is already longer than I thought it was going to be, so we got more to show. All right, more Value Village stuff. Tornado Outbreak. This is one of those games everyone keeps telling me that is worth money and is also good. So when I saw it for $5 at Value Village, I figured I would grab it. Wii is not my preferred console of choice. I much prefer getting this on 360. Not sure about PS3 yet or not, but I don't know. We'll see. I'll hold on to this for now, and maybe until I get to try it, or until I get to find it on a different system. But we'll see how that goes. Next up, all right. I was a bit of an idiot on this one. In my mind, it kind of goes with Doom 64. I got Doom 64, and I was like, I really need to get Doom like 1, 2, and 3 kind of like on disc, so I can, have a whole set on PS4, and that would kind of be good. Now, Limited Run did a release of the Dooms and all that kind of stuff, but the problem is it's so expensive. I mean, it's Limited Run. Everything's expensive. So I figured I would try this collection, which is the Doom Slayers collection on PS4. I did not pay $29.99. I got it for $20 on eBay, free shipping. And this comes with Doom 1, 2, 3, and Doom 2016. The problem is Doom 1, 2, and 3 are download codes, and Doom 2016 is on the disc. So you still don't get physical copies of it. Now, the reason I'm an idiot, A, because I didn't check before I bought it, and B, I have Doom 3 BFG Edition on the Xbox 360. Now, if you have Doom 3 BFG Edition, that comes with Doom 1 and 2 on the disc already. It is not 1080p, or I know, is it 4K? I forget. It's not the highest resolution. It's probably 4K, but whatever. So that's the only difference really that I can think of off the top of my head. These ones, you are getting the 4K transfers, the 4K versions of 1 and 2 and 3, I guess. But I have other versions of 3, so I don't really care. But yeah, Doom Slayers collection. Might end up giving this one away too, because I don't know who would want that. I saw it at Walmart too for that price, and I considered it, but I'm glad I didn't. And then I was just not thinking and bought it on eBay. Thankfully, I bought it for cheaper. All right, another Value Village find. I found Wii Sports Resort. Now this is the big box version for $6.99, which is a great deal for that. It comes with a game, which is in great shape. It doesn't have the like Wii Mote condom thing with the Wii Motion Plus, which it normally would. If you can see in the back there, that thing. This is the external Wii Motion Plus. I guess it would look like that. That's what I'm missing. You can find those pretty regularly at Value Villages on the hooks and the little baggies. So I just gotta wait till I find one of those, and then complete the set, and then either replace mine, probably not, or sell it, which is more likely. All right, I did get some stuff at not Value Village, at Walmart, and I did have to pay the regular price for this. These were limited run releases, and normally I would get them from limited run, but I was not feeling the shipping costs at the time, and then I happened to be at Walmart and saw these for $30, which is way cheaper than I would have spent buying them individually from limited run. And that is the Star Wars Racer and Commando combo. So that is Republic Commando and Star Wars Episode 1 Racer, or just Star Wars Racer. You could buy these individually from limited run, or you can buy the combo pack. Now, from everything that I can see, and it's read online, both games are on the cart. So no download. There's nothing that says download required or anything that you would normally see. So I've watched unboxings, and it's literally just one cart that shows up. There's no codes inside. So that's why I grabbed that one. Along with that, I also found this one, which is the Star Wars Jedi Knight collection, which is Jedi Knight 1 and 2. I think I bought Jedi Outcast already on eShop because they had it on sale for like $5 or $4 or something like that. So I picked it up there. But at least I have now the collection, which is sweet. And also space on my Switch is limited and precious. So for $30 I picked it up, and I saved myself a ton of money. And all I'm missing is a little limited run tag on the bottom. All right, last little bit here. A little bit, I guess. Picked up some more stuff from Value Village, which is my stop of choice apparently. I picked up a PlayStation 1 game called One for $3. I don't know anything about this game, but it was a PlayStation 1 game for under $5. I figured I had to do it. I need to replace the case because that case got mangled. I don't know what happened. So I need to replace the case. Not a big deal. Disc is in decent shape. It's also a Blockbuster video. You can see the BBV up there. Blockbuster rental. Which is kind of cool. Now this game goes for around $30 online, which is another reason I grabbed it, so I could try it at least, and if I don't like it, list it. Alright. I picked up some hardware from Value Village. I don't normally like to do that, but when it's there, it's there. I picked up a Glacier Game Boy Advance for $25. I believe I had a coupon for that. I don't remember. Let's open this up now and have a look. Obviously, no battery cover. I did know that going in. The screen on it is actually really nice. Not a whole lot of scratches on there. You're not going to be able to see anything, but yeah, hardly any scratches. Very, very light surface scratches. And I haven't tested it, so we'll just assume it works for now. All the buttons are clicky. Looks like it's in decent shape, so I have no reason to think that it would not work. And then this I picked up at a Value Village, not in my town, a little bit further out. It is a Dsi Xl. I like these DSIs. I don't know why. I like DSs in general. Another $25 on that one. It's got a stylus that doesn't quite fit in it, which means it's just the wrong one. But it is a nice screen on that, and I think I also had a coupon for this one as well. Anyways, really nice. It does work. I did test that one out. And then beside that, this was very strange, was a bag of DS games sitting there for $14.99. Normally I would have left this, but again, I had the coupon code, so I grabbed it. So let's open this up and see what's in it. I did have a little bit of a gander at the store because you don't make blind DS purchases. Like, you just don't. That's risky business. All right, I can see some good ones in here. So let's start with some easier stuff. All right, the thing that has to be in every DS lot, Brain Age. This focusing is going to be terrible. Brain Age, always got to be there. Pets Fashioned Dogs. Whatever. What is this one? Style Lab Makeover. Maybe this was a young girl's. Squinkies. Never heard of this game. That's got to be the hidden gem on there, right? The Princess and the Frog. There we go. Gourmet Chef. Nothing looking great right so far, right? But then it gets better, I promise. Guitar Hero on Tour. Decades. Guitar Hero games are interesting on the DS because they don't work like any other DS game. Or they do work like every other DS game where you have to strum the bottom of the screen, and if you have the ports to swing it around or to click all the colors. It's interesting. Anyway, this was one of the ones that convinced me to buy the game. Mario Kart DS, always a good buy there. And then the real reason I bought the cart, this one's kind of dirty. There's some junk on there. At least it comes off. Yeah, I won't clean that right now. But anyways, Zelda Phantom Hourglass. All that black stuff that you see on there, all that's just scraping off. So I don't know what, some schwitz on there. That's weird. All right. But that was the, when I saw Zelda back in there, I was like, all right, for 14 bucks, it's worth it. Mario Kart is a bonus. I'll take it. The DSi didn't come with a charger, by the way, but I always pick up DSi or DS or SP chargers when I'm at Value Villages, because they usually have them for $2 to $3. And I always find systems that need them, so, or people that need them. So it's always a sweet buy for that. All right. Now it's a couple more things. This is a long video. If you've stuck it out this far, I really appreciate you guys taking this out. I try to be entertaining and try to give you guys a bit more of a story of why I'm getting stuff and how I got it. But whatever. Okay. This I picked up today. Day of recording. It is a Lego game for the PS3, but it's in a form factor I have never seen before, and I bought it purely because of that. It is the Lego Batman, the video game, with the Lego Batman movie on Blu-ray. Have you guys ever seen something like this? I have never seen this. This is so strange. This is the only reason I bought it. It was $4. Hopefully that comes through. $3.99. You can open it up here. So there's the game at the front, and then you flip it over, and then you get the Michael Keaton, Tim Burton Batman movie on Blu-ray at the back. So I don't have that movie, so I figured I would pick it up. I mean, $3.99, that's the same price as a Blu-ray or DVD at that Value Village anyway, so whatever, I got a double up pretty much. And this is one I had to... This was interesting because there was a bunch of DVDs kind of facing like cover out, so you can't see the spines. And I just have a habit of always turning those to the spines, even if I'm not even interested. If I'm looking at DVDs that I don't even care, I see them with the cover facing out, I always just turn them and stack them properly. I used to work in a grocery store, and I know about, like, you have to face things properly, and it's just a thing that I do, and it's annoying, but I'm glad I did it this time because it worked out. Behind a bunch of, like, crappy DVDs was this game hiding back there. It is SmackDown Here Comes the Pain on PS2. This is the second time I found this. First time I found it in the garbage, so this is a little bit worse. But for $4, I mean, that is a sweet buy right there. This is the one that everyone wants. No manual, unfortunately. The disc has some scratches, but nothing serious. I will probably take it to... I have a game store down the street, so I'll probably take it there and get them to buff it out for me, because that would be sweet. SmackDown Wrestling. All right, one more. I have a Facebook deal, and now I also have to thank Derek for this as well, because he sent me the link and said, hey, if you're in the area, go grab this. So I messaged the person on Facebook and said, hey, I'm interested, and then she responded back saying, yep, it's available. I can even drop it off for you if you want before this time. I was like, I'm at work, so whatever. If I e-transfer you, can you drop it off at my house? She was trying to like figure out a time when I would be there. And I'm like, seriously, I don't care. Like, can you just like put it in a bag and then just leave it on my porch? Like, it'll be fine. I'll swing by on my lunch and throw it in the house. Anyways, she finally agreed. I sent her the money. A bit of a gamble, I guess, because you don't really know if they were going to do it or not. And they didn't like take a picture to prove that they had left it there, or they didn't send that picture to me if they did. But yeah, it's a sweet, sweet, sweet deal. It is. Oh, got some cords here. It's a system that I already have 2 of, which I guess doesn't really help anybody. But here's the big thing. It is another Wii U. This thing is in great shape. Everything is in its own individual Ziploc bag. I'm not going to show the system. I guess I will show the system. Everybody knows what it looks like anyway. There's the system in a Ziploc, of course, like everything should be, I guess. I guess they were a little bit concerned. And then it also came with a knockoff blue Wiimote and nunchuck. But, I mean, I couldn't believe it. No games, unfortunately, but everything's there. All the sensors, all the plugs. You need 2 plugs. You need a plug for the system and a plug for the gamepad. Yeah, it's just a lot of stuff, and thankfully it was all there. The picture that she had was just a generic picture of just the Wii U box, so I thought I was getting a completed box system. Well, I kind of hoped I was, I guess we could say. Unfortunately, it was just the system. I did send her a message to say, can you take a picture of the actual item so I can see what I'm getting? And these were not included in the picture, so I didn't know that was coming. And also, she didn't send me a picture of all the plugs. So I was kind of like fingers crossed that they were all going to be there, which thankfully they were. So I spent $50 on that, which is a steal of a deal for a Wii U. Like, can you imagine? Now, I always pull boxes of Wii U boxes out of the garbage. So I'm going to put all this into a Wii U box and just like quadruple the value, or quadruple my investment, quote unquote, as you could say. But that's it. That's my pickups. Sorry this is a long video. I know long videos don't do very well for my YouTube algorithm, but if you've stuck around and watched the whole thing, I really do appreciate it. I will be doing a garbage games video in the next little while, and then you guys can see some of the free stuff that I've been pulling out, which is kind of interesting. I got some good stuff there too. So that's going to do it for me. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate you. If I don't see you before the holidays, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and I'll see you next time.